I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while on okra. Now most people say, yuck, it's stringy, it's slimy, it's putrid, it's awful. And then there's others that are from the South, they love their okra. The only problem is most people don't know how to cook it. Actually, there's several ways to fix it, which are all delicious, and I'm going to show you a few of them today. So come join me and let's cook some okra. The first thing you need to know about okra is how to buy it. Now you can buy it frozen in boxes and things like that, but it's not really as good as buying fresh okra at a farmer's market or someplace like that. And you get there and you'll find all sizes of pods, everything, and most people say, well, let's buy the big ones, we get more for our money there. But there's a simple way to measure it. Pick it up, lay it across your hand like that, and it should be very little past your hand here. This one is just about the top. I'll check it here. Yeah, you can still cut it with your thumbnail. That's another way to check it. If you can cut it with your thumbnail, it's still tender. But about the width of your hand is the ideal size. There's nothing wrong with a smaller one. They're just as good as the big ones. And it's kind of funny, my son was in California and he was buying some, and he was picking out pods about that size. In fact, he was going to pickle them. And there's some lady came along there, and finally she said, well, why don't you buy those nice big ones there? And he said, because they aren't any good. And she was really amazed that he didn't think the big ones were any good. But the first thing we're going to talk about is how to cook them. That is where everybody makes their mistake. Put a pan of water on the stove, bring it up to a boil, however many you're going to have like this, throw them in there and time it 3 1/2 minutes. Dump the water out, put a pat of butter in there, shake it around, pour them out on the plate. They are perfect. You just pick them up and eat them that way. They're perfectly cooked. They aren't even slightly slimy, and they're easy to chew and everything like that. And but boiling is the first way. The second way that is most popular actually is fried. So now I'm going to show you how to fry okra. Well, of course you want to wash and dry off the okra before you start cutting it or anything. And then you just take it and cut it in about 1/2 inch pieces. And these are just as edible as the rest of it. The ends are. Now I'm only going to cook a few here, but if you're cooking for the family, you'd want a whole skillet full of. And got them cut up now. Put a little salt on them. And this is plain yellow cornmeal. Now I wouldn't suggest you use Jiffy corn muffin mix because it has sugar in it, and I don't know, sugar and okra just doesn't seem to go together. But it doesn't take much of it. Just sprinkle it over them. And shake them around in it. Tumble them like this. And you can put a little more cornmeal in there than you'll use because they will only take up what they need to be cooked. Now we'll fix a pan for frying them. Now you can use any kind of oil that you want for frying. I prefer just vegetable oil, the cheap oil that you get at the grocery store. And you want to put in a pretty good amount of oil there. You don't deep fry them in here, but you do need some in there deep enough and to fry them because they do take up a certain amount of oil. Now I'll turn the burner on and heat that up, preheat it, and then we'll go ahead with frying them. Well, you can feel the heat coming up from it there, but what you want to do is try one. It's not quite hot enough yet for frying because it should start bubbling immediately. Well, it's a little hotter. We'll try another one now. Oh yeah, that's right where it should be. So you just pick them up out of here, shake off the loose cornmeal. And toss them in there. And this is perfectly good cornmeal. You can put it right back in the bag where it came from. And we'll let these cook here, let them fry for a few minutes. When you see them start to cook through, to see how it's bubbling on top there, what you want to do is turn one over and see if it's cooked on it. Yeah, see how it's nice and brown on the bottom? Like that. Okay, now if I wanted to try to be a show-off, I'd try to flip them, but I know that every time there's a camera on and I try to flip it, it's a disaster. So you can just stir them with a spatula, something like this, or a fork, or whatever you want, just to get them turned over. And finish cooking that side. As they're browning on the bottom side, you can take them up on a paper towel here to catch as much of that oil as you can. You shouldn't try to fry too awful many at a time because it's hard to get them evenly cooked if you have the pan clear full. Now we can throw the next bunch in there and let these drain here. And that's how you cook fried okra. Check this out. That is good. That's my favorite way to fix okra. But I'm going to show you one other way that a lot of people like, and it's wrapped in bacon. Not the least bit stringy or runny or anything like that. It's just good eating. You can't get better southern cooking than okra. Well, here I have 6 pods of okra and 3 slices of bacon cut in half, and I'm going to bacon wrap these. Stretch the bacon out like this and start at the big end and come over and roll the bacon around them. So that needs to slide up some. And the bacon come around here. And take a toothpick and pin it in place. This is what takes all the time. There's one. Here's the second one. Start on the big end here. Stretch the bacon as you go. And if you wind up some extra, just wrap it around. Put the toothpick through it to hold it. There's the second one. Now I'll do the other 4. Well, I got 6 of them made. Normally you'd have 3 of them for a person for a snack, or 2 for hors d'oeuvres or something like that. And now they go into the toaster oven, which I will set on broil and about 400, so that's as high as I get. And I'm going to set it for about 12 minutes here, and I'll probably turn them around at that point and turn them over. Okay, it's been in there a total of 25 minutes. And I'll take these up here. This is going to be a Sunday afternoon snack for Frida and me. Maybe even we'll have for dinner. I don't know. It depends on how hungry we are along about 5 o'clock. Well, here's our bacon wrapped okra. It's hot out of the oven and gonna have that for a little snack. Boy, that sure looks good. Have you tried yours yet, hon?
Yes, I have, and they're great. You know how much I love bacon, and this is great.
I know, and it's hot. That bite was hot.
Yep.
Well, I guess coming out of a 300 or 400 degree oven, it would be. That's good. Well, you folks have a great Sunday afternoon. I know we are. God bless America. God bless Texas. And where else but Texas would you find a picture like this?